Hey everybody, Roy here, Jesse behind the camera. Yeah, we just had another awesome Monday right here at the Tea Garden Historical Society. Of course, every Monday, come on out here 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We love talking history with everybody. Of course, if you can't come out here in person, keep an eye on all of our social media sites. We upload all kinds of videos, information, just like the video you're watching now. And if you missed today, let's run through some of the items we had on display this week. All right, we're gonna start out here with some of our donations. We appreciate all the donations people have been making. Just the last couple months, it's been overwhelming, all these awesome items. An awesome painting there, right there, of the Tea Garden covered bridge, donated by Michael and Karen Neese. Super awesome there. All right, of course, we have some stuff here from the Betty Bailey collection. A 3-ring binder there, all kinds of information about the restoration of the Tea Garden Centennial covered bridge. Of course, Betty Bailey headed up that whole operation. She helped raise tons of money that, of course, went to fix up the bridge. So, of course, now we can all enjoy it. And that's an awesome picture right there of the ribbon cutting. Betty Bailey there with Rose Ludwig. Super awesome. Everybody in the picture there had some kind of hand in helping out there with the Tea Garden Bridge. So super awesome there. If you want to see more information about the Betty Bailey collection, come down here any Monday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can see the awesome information that Betty Bailey's provided with us over the years. Another donation there from Marge Sponsel. We got some tax stamps. Super awesome. You don't see stuff like this too much anymore. So if you want to see something like this, come on down here to the Historical Society. Check out the awesome donation there from Marge Sponsel. All right, of course, Michelle Dominguez has donated all kinds of awesome pieces over the last few months. Become a lifelong member. Super awesome. We appreciate the support. There's some nice little pictures there. The eastern entrance into Salem. Way back in the day there. Looks a little bit different than today. Another awesome donation there, this one made by Barb Rice. Of course, we have some little schools that all became what we know today as United Local School District. So if you ever want to learn more information about this, come on down here any Monday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can check out all this information. Another awesome donation there, of course, from Barb Rice. A little bit of a variety of pieces right there. We have some sugar purchase certificate, super awesome. A fishing license. Super cool. All kinds of information here. Again, we appreciate you all watching so far. We're going to keep running through this, but keep an eye on all of our social media sites. We're going to be posting all kinds of information. We're going to be displaying these same items again next week. So again, if you didn't make it out today, keep an eye on our social media sites or just plan another date in the future. Come out here and visit the Tea Garden Historical Society. Right there's an awesome donation made by Ron Micah. This is a super old magazine, Good Housekeeping, from January of 1927. A little bit in rough shape there, but this thing's got some age on it. I'm sure there's some kind of story behind that right there. Super cool. A donation there from Jim Dillon. Of course, we appreciate this coal mine map right here. So if anybody wants to learn more about where all the coal mines were when it came to the Tea Garden area, this is a great resource. All right, and again, we want to thank Gary E. Phillips for making all kinds of awesome donations recently. He's provided us all kinds of information about the Leetonia Beehive Coke ovens, and of course all kinds of information that revolves around Leetonia. Huge history right there. Thanks again, Gary. Much appreciated. Here's another awesome donation from Ron Micah. We're seeing a map here of the Tea Garden coal mines. Super awesome information right there. Again, you want to find out where these coal mines physically were. This is a great way to find out. Maybe some of these holes are still there today. Another awesome donation there made by the Houston family. This one just last week, they brought it in here. Of course, Glenn Houston did an awesome presentation last week. Talked about his family history, this here of SB Tea Garden. You know, somehow this picture ended up in their family history records, so they were kind enough to donate it here to the Tea Garden Historical Society. Of course, we don't have too many photos of any of the Tea Garden family members, so this is super awesome. Again, thanks a lot, Glenn, and thanks a lot to the whole Houston family. Much appreciated. All right, the second table here is going to be directories. Of course, we're seeing mostly phone books and some directories there, ranging of all different times there. So let's check out one of these ones here. This one here, the Columbiana County Business Directory from 1896. Super awesome. This thing's got some age on it. All kinds of awesome information there. If somebody wants to do more information about genealogy in this area, great resource. Get a hold of us. We like to help out. We like to learn this stuff, of course. Let's check out another one here. This one here, we got a phone book here of the Salem-Lisbon area, April 1936. So if anybody has any family members in that area, during that time, come down here to the Tea Garden Historical Society. Feel free to look through these books. Some of these have been digitized, so some of these you can actually watch on the computer back there. Other ones you got to look through physically. All right, our third table here is going to be the drone. Of course, the drone's a huge part of what we do when we make these history documentaries. Some of these videos we do, we love using drones. You can get great shots, you can get views that you can't normally see. Of course, the technology is getting a lot better nowadays. You can get a hold of these things for a reasonable price. Of course, we did a couple drone flights earlier today. We appreciate everyone who came out today, checked out the drone. Hopefully we taught a few people some of the different safety procedures and different ways of operating a drone. So yeah, keep an eye on all of our social media sites. We're gonna have the same kind of setups going on next week. So if you couldn't make it out this week, come on out here Monday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're gonna be out here every Monday. Again, keep an eye on all of our social media sites. We're gonna keep everybody updated on everything. And we appreciate all the support. So again, y'all leave comments below. Let us know what you want to see as far as local history goes. And again, appreciate it. Have an awesome day.